I am going to talking about the hardware and software. First, see what is the hardware. I think you may know about this. Actually, those things are you may know. In this session, I hope to remind that your knowledge. So, hardware is the physical component. That is mean you can touch, you can hold. Hardware mean it's a tangible things. That is mean you can touch and you can hold the part in the hardware. Hardware refer to the physical element of the computer. In the computer, all physical element we are called hardware. This is also mentioned. This is also sometimes called the machinery or equipment of the computer. In the hardware, we sometimes we call machinery item. Machinery item or equipment in the hardware. Sorry, computer. We are calling hardware. For example, when we are enter the information into the information or data into the computer, we are using the keyboard for the enter the information. And when we enter the information, that information will be displayed into the screen. It's a monitor. Monitor also hardware and mouse also. Mouse also we are using for input data into the computer, and central processing unit, that is means CPU. CPU consists of some parts in the computer. I will explain later. These are the hardware. That is mean tangible things, physical things is the hardware. This is the process of the computer. First, we put data into the computer. That is mean we are calling input data into the computer, and computer will process the data according to the given instruction. That is mean we have to give the instruction also, put in the input. Using the input device, we can put the instruction, and data will process by the computer, and computer will give the output using the output device. It may be a screen, it may be a printer, it may be a projector. Any kind of output device will display the output. And other thing is, if we need some information to keep for future use, computer will store the data using the storing devices. These are the process of the computer. First, input data, computer will process the data, and they give the output and keep the data into the computer. When we consider a computer has a central processing unit, CPU. It's like a brain. All processing tasks will perform using the processor. The primary component that act as the brain, that is mean in the computer brain, is the CPU. It execute instruction and process data. When we give input data, and when we input instruction, processor will process the data according to our given instruction. Computer speed is depending on the processor speed. That's why when we want to increase the computer speed, we have to increase the processor speed. Not only that, because when doing the things in the computer need to keep some data to reuse. So, computer is keeping that data in the memory. So, memory also important to process the data. So, uh, data will keep in memory in the RAM, random access memory, the computer short-term memory. Random access memory means it's a short-term memory. It's like this hardware. You can see this kind of uh, uh, cards. When you open your computer, you can see this kind of card. This is the memory card, that is named random access memory card, RAM card. Temporarily, data will keep in this part. So, when perform some tasks, computer need to do the things that thing is doing using the processor. Not only processor can't perform alone, processor need the need data keep in memory. It's RAM is support for that. So when perform some tasks using CPU and RAM, a computer will perform the task. So if you want to speed a computer, that is mean processing speed, if you want to increase, you can increase your computer, increasing your processor speed and increasing your RAM capacity. But it's depend on this one. What is this? Motherboard. Motherboard means the main circuit board that connect all hardware component together, allow them to the communication. Using this that is mean motherboard will do communicate all hardware parts within the this board. So if you want to increase the processor speed, it should be compatible for motherboard. For example, uh, if you want to increase the processor speed more than 1000 gigabits, it should be support in this motherboard. Otherwise, if you get high processor and when you fix that processor in your motherboard, sometimes your computer speed not increase. So it should be compatible to the motherboard. So when you want to increase your computer speed, first you have to check what are the maximum support processor speed in your motherboard. Without that, if you buy the processor and when you if you fix the processor in your motherboard, your expected performance not you can get it from the computer. So first you have to check the processor support in your motherboard. And where you can increase the speed using the RAM memory. You can fix the memory card into your motherboard and you can increase the memory. In the previous, when you consider the CPU, likewise, when you increase the RAM, should be compatible to the motherboard. Without compatible, if not compatible to the motherboard, your memory card not perform expected level. So, before increasing performance using the CPU and RAM, when you fix into the motherboard, before that you have to check that RAM and processor is compatible or not into the your motherboard. If it is compatible in your motherboard, you can increase your processor. You can increase processor speed and you can increase memory. Because when you increase the processor and memory, you can definitely increase your computer performance. These are the input device, because without the input, we can't perform our task. If you want to write a letter using computer, we have to enter the word. We have to enter the letters into the computer. So we need the input device to enter letter. These are the input devices in the keyboard. Keyboard can use enter the letters and symbols. Mouse, you can use the mouse for moving the cursor here and there in your document, in your screen. So keyboards and mouse is the standard text entry and navigation tool. Other one is a barcode scanner. I think you all have seen barcode scanners when you are going to the food city. In the counter, there's a barcode. Barcode also in the input device. In the library also using the check-in and check-out books to use barcode, because without entering the information, we can read the, we can get the information from barcode. For example, in Food City, when you buy some biscuits or something, when if you bring into the counter, and counter people will scan the its barcode. That is mean barcode mean this kind of image. I think you may know. It has this kind of vertical line. When we scan this line, it has some information. For example, in the library, in the library books, we are putting the barcode into the accession number in the book number, or in the patron ID, that is mean user ID, we are putting the membership number into the barcode. So we don't need to enter the accession number or membership number into the computer, because when you use the barcode, it's read this line and it's get the relevant accession number, member registration number. So using that, we can get that information. Otherwise, we have to type that information to the using the keyboard. Without using the keyboard, we can read that we can enter the bar accession number membership number using the barcode. This a barcode also is an input device. Other one is document scanners. Using the scanners, we can digitize the text or image using the scanners, and we can get that information into the screen. Document scanner also input device. There are so many input devices are available in the according to our task. For example, when you play a game, joystick may be used for that. This kind of instrument. There are so many input devices are there. These are the commonly used input devices. Other one is the output device, because when you need output, because when you put some data, when you put some information into the computer, and when you put the instruction, so we need some output. So computer has a output device. So one is the monitor. Monitor is displaying all information. When we put some letter, given letter will be displaying the screen. When you process some word, we can see the monitor. And when you move our mouse, monitor will display the moving point in the mouse. The monitor is the one of the output device. Other one is a printer. If you want to take some print document, you can use the printer and you can take a printout. Projector is where if you want to project, that is when you use the screen, only we can see few audience. But if you want to display your output into more people, you can use projector, and you can project, and you can show your results using the projector. The other one is the projector. These are the normal output device. I think these things you may know. Just remind the things in this session. Other one is the storage, because without storing data, sometimes when you put data, we want to keep that data to future use. So we need to keep that data. In the computer has a facility to keep the data, storing data. It's use storage device. We call normally hard disk. A computer has a hard disk. All data is storing in that device. When you store the data in the hard disk, anytime we can take the data. For example, I save this PowerPoint presentation in my computer in the hard disk. Now I open that and I am using this presentation. Likewise, all data, if you need to keep future use, you can keep the data into the hard disk. Actually, hard disk has a two kind of hard disk. First one is the traditional storage using traditional storage hard disk. That is mean this kind of hard disk, HDD. This is the traditional one because this is using electromagnetic field. That is mean it has a analog method. You can see when you remove in this plate into the hard disk, you can see this kind of thing like gramophone. I think you have some idea about the gramophone. It has a disk, and that data will read through this head, that arm. This kind of normally you heard don't power off the computer without shutting down. When you power off the computer, this kind of files when read the data is reading this head. Uh, it has a position to in sleep mode. That is mean when shut down the computer, this head will be keep this position. When we read the data, that head will move the relevant location. When shut down, when suddenly power off the computer, this head will come to the sleep point. So when we move this head suddenly this point, this surface may be damaged. So that's why don't power off suddenly the computer. That is the reason. Because I power off කරන්න එපා කියලා කියන්නේ ඒක නිසා. Other thing is this kind of hard disk. You can't work computer. That is mean you have to keep your computer in the that's mean එක එක පැති වලට තියාගෙන වැඩ කරන්න බෑ. You can keep your computer in the relevant position because this hard disk should be keep like this. That is mean when make a head එක උඩට එන විදිහට තමයි තියෙන්නේ. If you position is angle, this arm not properly work. That is mean it that surface may be damaged. So this kind of hard disk is a traditional hard disk. It cheaper than the SSD. Other one is the SSD. SSD hard disk, modern storage using the flash memory that your pen drive. When you take a pen drive is using this technology. Much faster and more durable than HDDs. That is mean traditional hard disk. This kind of hard disk speed is greater than traditional one because it hasn't this kind of the analog part. It has a circuit. All data is stored in the circuit. That hard disk can work any position, keeping the any position. But this kind of SSD hard disk much expensive than traditional hard disk. But if you put this kind of hard disk in your computer, you can increase your computer speed without increasing processor and memory. For example, if you have i5 machines, now you are using the traditional hard disk. If you install the SSD hard disk instead of the traditional one, now when you on your computer, you can see your computer speed will increase. Because this kind of SSD hard disk hasn't this kind of method. This not need to move this kind of head to pick the data. It has a circuit. It can immediately get the information from the relevant place, and because according to the information and instruction, computer will work. So computer need data, information, and instruction to work the computer. So it can easily get computer speed is increased. So when fix the SSD hard disk in your computer, you can increase your performance in your computer. Right. Other one is the software. So I told you, when you provide the computer facility, we need computers and software, because only hardware, it can't perform. It can't do anything. Hardware need software. Software mean software mean instruction. How to work the relevant hardware. Software like this, for example, in this coding you can see some instruction. Software can write using the language. It may be a low-level language. It may be a high-level language. High-level language means we can get some idea when we read the coding. We are calling this kind of things to coding, software codings. We can get some idea. If we have some idea, so we can get the meaning of this coding when we use the high level language. And low level language also available to write the software, but low level language sometimes expert can understand, but others can't understand. For example, this one, you can see system out.print. When you read this line, we can get some idea. This is to print this thing in the screen or output. This is the meaning. Print mean print. But low level language, we can't understand that kind of coding. Right. Software, commonly known as a program or apps. Software mean we are calling program or apps. Consist of all instruction. In the software consists all instruction that tell the hardware how to perform tasks. That is mean if you want to print something, printer should be work. That instructions are available in the software. That's why mention hardware how to perform a task. These instructions come from the software developer in the form that will be accepted by the platform. That is mean platform mean operating system and CPU that they are based on. That is mean according to the operating system and relevant capacity, processing capacity, depend on the performance of a task. So, software developers can develop this kind of coding and they create programs or app. Using that programs or app, we can perform our hardware according to our requirement. For example, a program that is designed for the Windows operating system will only work for the specific operating system. Other thing is this. I will explain later operating system. Operating system mean every computer. Computer mean it may be a personal computer, it may be a laptop, it may be a tab, it may be a smartphone, any kind of things we are generally called computer. Uh, uh, a, each and every hardware, that is mean personal computer or laptop, has a operating system. Without operating system, we can't use that hardware. So we need the operating system. Various kind of operating systems are available in the world. Some devices has Windows. It may be a Windows 2000. It may be in Windows 2007. It may be Windows 8. It may be Windows 7, Windows 8, or Windows 10. Not only Windows, uh, uh, Ubuntu, Debian, Mac OS, various kind of operating systems are available. But when we design some program, when we develop some program in the developer, for example, if we develop some program into the Windows, it not be work in the Ubuntu or Mac. That is mean software, relevant software may depend on the operating system. In generally, software is this kind of instruction codings. Right. When we consider the software, actually we can divide into two groups. One is the system software, other one is the application software. System software means help run the computer, hardware and computer system itself. Without system software, we can't use application software. So each and every hardware need system software. Without system software, that hardware may be useless. That is mean we can't use that hardware. For example, if you have a smartphone, your smartphone hasn't any system software. You can't use. That is mean, for example, if you want to take a phone call, if you have only hardware, you can't do that. You need system software. And other one is the application software. I will explain later. Now, system software mean help run the computer hardware. All computer hardware is run by the system software. And computer system itself, system software include operating system, device drivers, diagnostic tools, and more. Operating system mean your device has a hardware parts. All hardware parts managed by the operating system. Not only that, operating system will handle the task. That is when put into the computer, several we can give several tasks to do the computer. In that moment, operating system will manage the processor, RAM, because we need processor and RAM to perform the task. According to our instruction, operating system will manage the computer resources. For example, in that moment, I am using PowerPoint and I am using Zoom. In computer, in this time, I am doing more than one task in this computer. So, operating system will manage the resources according to the instruction and what is this? Instruction and priority. For example, now mainly displaying this interface. Zoom interface is not displaying, my PowerPoint is displaying. So computer given the priority for this. Yeah, actually in this moment, I am moving my mouse. So computer will given the priority for move to the mouse. That kind of things managed by the operating system. And device drivers. Device drivers mean computer has various kind of hardware. For example, when you connect the printer into the computer, operating system has to identify the printer. So printer has a computer has this. Okay, that is mean printer drivers. Without printer drivers, you can't connect. You can connect physically into the computer, but you can't use the printer without the printer driver. So that kind of hardware parts, if you want to integrate in your computer, it's need drivers. These are the drivers mean also software. That's the some coding instruction. Other one is a diagnostic tools. that is mean we are commonly called system tools. For example, uh, sometimes you may when you connect into the internet, sometimes you can't connect in your connection icon. The computer, you can see the connection icon. It will display some yellow color uh, icon. When you click on that, it has a diagnostic button. When you click on that, you can diagnose the error. That kind of uh, software are also available in the computer. Not only that, if you want to clean your hard disk, computer has a cleaning tool. Using that, you can clean the hard disk. If you want to defrag mean not SSD, traditional hard disk. It has like this plate. Data will save here and here and here, not the it is not saving systematically. System will save anywhere in this interface, in the surface, data will store. But normally, I think you have some experience when you buy some computer in the in first day or first month or first year, you can work very fast in your computer, but after working some days, your computer may be slow. That is mean your data will save like this. And now when you do some task, computer need to save data. So computer has to find the free location. It take time. In previously, it has a few data. There are so many free area. So it can easily easily find the free location. But now it takes time to pick the free area. So computer has a system tool, defragment. Defragment means when we defragment the your hard disk, system will save this data in some area, pack this data into the one area and free this area. Now your computer can easily find the free area and work. That is mean when defrag your computer, you can increase speed in your computer. That kind of tools are available in the system software. That is mean we call that kind of tools system software tools. Other one is the application software. Application software mean allow user to accomplish one or more tasks. It includes word processing, web browsing, and almost any other task for which you might install software. Application software mean if you want to perform some tasks, for example, if you want to write some letter, you need application software. Without application software, you can't process word. That is mean if you want to write letter, you have to process word. That is mean you need word processing software. If you use Windows machine, you can install application software Microsoft Word. Actually, Microsoft Office package, it has more than one application. One is the Word used for the word processing. Using that, you can write a letter. If you want to write a letter, if you want to write a report, that is mean you can word process. It's a word processing software. Application software mean like that. For example, in your smartphone, in your phone, if you want to give a call, you need an application to take a call. Most of the smartphone will come with the basic app. That is mean if you want to take a photo, you can take a photo. That app also default available in your smartphone. And if you want to take a call, call taking app also available in default. But if you want to take a call, not only sound, if you want to see the image also, you have to install some application app. You may use WhatsApp. When you install WhatsApp application, you can take a call, you can text the message, you can talk with seeing the other one face. That is mean you can take a video calls. That is the one of the application software. That kind of there are so many application software. Application software mean if you want to do some task, if you want to do some task, if it has some things to perform that task, that is the application software. Previously, I told you word processing for word can use word processing. Word is the application software. If you want to create this kind of PowerPoint presentation, this kind of presentation, you can use PowerPoint. PowerPoint also application software. So, software we can divide like this into two groups. One is the system software, another one is the application software. Right. Are they clear? Do you have any clarification or questions? Are they clear? Are you there? ඔයාලා ඉන්නවද?
Yes, sir.
Right. Is this clear?
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Right. Okay, thank you. If it is not clear, please ask anytime. Don't worry about that. If you want to clear some part, anytime disturb me to and ask. Right. Other one is we can divide software according to two groups. One is the proprietary software. Other one is the open source software. This based on the ownership. In the previous, we divide the software into the two groups, system software and application software, according to the software usage. Not that is mean according to the software application. Other thing is I couldn't tell you. If you want to use application software, you need system software. That is mean at least you need the operating system. Without operating system, you can't perform you can't use any application software because operating system is like a stage. Without this stage, application can't perform. So need operating system. Each and every device, because operating system is the that operating system will manage the hardware. So your computer is a hardware component. No, each and every hardware component to manage, we need operating system. Each and every computers has operating system. For example, when you consider the personal computer, it may be Windows operating system or Linux based Ubuntu, Debian, Fedora, like that kind of operating system may be used in your computer. And in your mobile phone, it may be a Windows operating system, it may be an Android operating system, or if you use Apple phone, you have to use Mac operating system. Each and every computer device has a operating system, because without operating system, we can't perform application software. So we need the operating system. After that, we can install, and if you want to remove the application, we can remove any application anytime. And if you want to install any application anytime in your device. Right. Now let's move to the this one. That is mean when software, we can divide two groups: proprietary software and open source software. Let's see what is the proprietary software and what is the open source software. Right. Let's see proprietary software. Proprietary software is a software that is owned by a company or individuals. That is mean, if some software has a owner, it may be a company, it may be an individual. That kind of software we are calling proprietary software. That is mean it has some owner. If some software has a owner, it is a proprietary software. And is subject to copyright. If it is as a owner, that is mean it has a copyright. That is mean if you want to do something, we have to take permission from company or individual. Without taking the permission from relevant company or individual, they can blame us. That is mean they can put the case to us. because it saved secure from the copyright rules. So, proprietary software has a copyright. That is, mean it has some owner, or it has some owner. It may be a company or individual. So, if we want to do something, we have to take permission from them. Which mean it cannot be used or distributed without permission from the copyright holder. In the proprietary software, if you want to use, we have to take permission from the copyright holder. It may be a company, it may be an individual. Without permission, we can't use or distribute. The source code of the proprietary software usually kept confidential and not make available to the public. Most of the proprietary software, actually 100% of the proprietary software, they are not given their source code, because I told you software is a coding. In the proprietary software, they didn't given the source code. It's a confidence. That is mean they hide that code in their application. We can't see, we can't modify, we can't change the coding in the proprietary software. It is not available for public. User cannot modify the software protected by Copyright Design and Patent Act. In the proprietary software, user can't modify the software. That is mean they are not allowed to access the coding. For example, in this application, Microsoft Office, in the PowerPoint. PowerPoint is the proprietary software. That is mean Microsoft Office package is a proprietary software, because when use the Office package, we have to take license. Without license, we can't use. So when we take a license, mean we have to pay and take a license key and we can use. It has a owner. In the Microsoft is the owner of the Microsoft Office. So its ownership is given, owner is the Microsoft. So they didn't give their codings. We can't change this interface. We can did some. For example, if you want to change the colors, we can change the colors. Like that kind of thing can do. But if we want to change like this, if we want to move this link into this area, and this link move to this area, we can't do, because source code not allowed to access. That is mean user can't modify. When they give some application, we can use that as it is. We can't modify. The proprietary software, we can't modify the application software. Usually paid for the license per user or company. When we take proprietary software, we have to pay license. License may be per user, or it's a company. It's a company. Sometimes we can get license for 10 users. We can take some license for 100 users. Like that, we can take the license. When we are using personal, we can take a per user license. That is only one user license we can take. But if you take a license for company, sometimes company has 100 users. So you have to take a 100 user license. If you take 10 user license, you can't use 100 users. That is mean if you install the Microsoft in one computer, if you take license for 10 users, you can install that Office package in 10 computers. You can't install 11. That is mean only can install relevant license users. Supported by the developer. Always, if you need some help or if it gets some bugs that are errors, we have to contact the developer. That is mean owner. Without contacting owner, we can't resolve some issues. So in the proprietary software, always we have to take the support from developer. User do not have access to the source code. User can't see, user can't access the source code. Source code means like this code. This kind of codes we can't see. If we can access this kind of code, we can change according to our requirement because we have some knowledge in the programming, we can modify. But proprietary software, they didn't give this coding, so we can't change, we can't edit, we can't add code into the software. So user do not have access to the source code. Tested by developer prior to the release. When before releasing the software, developer will test the system. Although they may be run beta programs before releasing that, they will maybe release beta version. Then release the beta version. User maybe use the beta version, and if there is any errors, user can inform to the developer, and developer rectify the errors and reconfigure the system. And after that, resolving the all issues, they will release the bug-free version. These are the features, these are the things in the proprietary software. Now let's move to the open source software. In the open source software is software that is made freely available to the public. In the open source software is freely available to the public. That is mean anyone can use freely. If you want to take it, you can freely, you can you can download from the internet and you can install in your computer and you can use that software without giving any permission from anybody. You can freely use the software. And whose source code is open for modification and redistribution. Its source code is open, freely available. If we want to modify, we can modify. If we want to add something, we can add something. Not only that, if we want to redistribute, we can redistribute. That is mean if you want to add some codes and we can improve the system, the software, and we can distribute. There are no any restrictions. Open source is the typically developed and maintained by community. The open source software is most of the open source software is developed by the community. Community means more developers will help to develop the system and they release the new version. For example, I think you may work in the library. Actually, I haven't idea about you. I think not all, some one may be working in the libraries. When you are working in the library, you maybe know most of the library are now using open source software. For example, for library management things, that is in library management systems, you may use open source. In this country, not only this country, most of the countries are using library management system like Koha. Koha is the open source library management system. In that system, anyone can download and install. And according to the library requirement, we can customize. That is, mean we can add some part, we can remove some part, and we can modify the system. That is the open source. That is mean source code is freely available. It is developed by community, Koha community. Actually, it is initially developed New Zealand University. After that, they release it as an open source software, and now community is developing the system. That is mean in that moment, two version in the 1 year they are releasing in version. Each and every year they are release new version with new 2 versions. That is mean that software is adding new features every year. When release the new version mean that system is active. Active mean it is developing, because they time to times we have to add some new features. That features are included into the system. That's why they release new version. The Koha is the good library management system. Actually, it has a huge community in the world. Most of the university libraries, public libraries, school libraries are using Koha library management system. It's live. That live means it's developed it is developing by community. They are adding new features. Other one is if you select some open source software, check it is last stable version date, because some software not live. Live mean not adding the new features. In some day it's stopped. After that day it is not adding the new features. සමහර software තියෙනවා. ඒක ටික කාලයයි එතනින් එහාට ඒක අලුත් වෙලා නැහැ. එතකොට ඒ වගේ දේවල් පොඩ්ඩක් පාවිච්චි කරනකොට පොඩ්ඩක් සැලකිලිමත් වෙන්න. මොකද if you get some errors, community not support for that, because in the open source software it hasn't any order. That is mean it hasn't any company. If it has some error, we are not someone to contact. So we have to contact community. If community is live, then we can contact the community and get the feedback. For example, when we use the Koha or any other one is in the library, we are using DSpace software and Greenstone software for digital document archiving purposes. So these software, if it has some issue, we can inform the community. Community will help to resolve the issues. If it is not the live community, we can't get the feedback. So in the open source software, we have to select the live one. Otherwise, we have to face some difficulties to resolve the issues. But proprietary software, don't worry, because it has a owner. So we can contact that owner and we can get the solution for that. In the open source software, we have no any owners. So we can't contact a direct contact person. So we have to we have to contact the community. And we can get the feedback from the community. So we have to think about the when we select the open source software, we have to select the live community. Community එකක් ඉන්න දැනට තියෙන issues, ඒ කියන්නේ version upgrade වෙන software එකක් select කරගන්න. Otherwise, we have to face more difficulties. Right, open source software is typically developed and maintained by a community or developers who collaborate on improving the software and fix the bugs. In the community will develop the system and community will fix the bugs, issues, errors. They will resolve the errors. Can be installed on any number of computers. In the open source software, there are no limitation. You can install the software any number of computers. But proprietary software has a license. They have some limitation, but open source software hasn't any limitation. You can install any number of computers. Supported, provided by the community. If you need some support, you have to write the community and you can get the feedback from the community. User have access to the source code. Source code is available. It is open. That is mean open source mean source code is open. User can access the source code. May not be fully tested. Open source software may not be fully tested because actually stable version is fully tested, but sometimes some bugs may be exist, but community will address that bugs. When we inform that bugs, that errors, community will resolve that errors. That's why may not fully tested, but proprietary software they tested and release. But open source software, sometimes we have to face some issues, but don't worry about that. Community will support that issues and they can resolve the issues. These are the differences of the proprietary and open source software. Are they clear? It is clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. Thank you, Putang. Right.
Recording in progress.
I couldn't put the recording. Sorry. Right. Other one is the, right. Now let's see again operating system. The operating system is the primary system that establishes a smooth relationship between the computer and various hardware and software. Operating system will uh, 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 has a relationship between hardware and software. It acts as a central controller for the entire computer process, managing resources like memory and other devices will provide the user-friendly interface. In the operating system, is the building a relationship between hardware and software, and they will manage the resources, RAM, processor, and other hardware parts will manage the operating system. This is the evolution of the operating system. Early digital computers were slow, performing only about 5,000 complex calculation per second. In the early era, in the computer can do 5,000 complex calculations per second. Data was entered using the punch card in the early era. Using the punch card. Punch card means like this. It has a card. It has a hole. Using this, given the instruction to the computer, the punch card, which were piece of cardboard with hole representing programs. The programs is represented by these holes. In the early era, batch processing, this early method involved feed cards one by one into the central processing unit. This often required a dedicated person to manage and jam and determine when to run the next program. In the early era, in the beginning, in the computer, instruction is given by this kind of card, the punch card. Some person put in that card into the computer, that is in CPU. After that, CPU will process that data. Sometimes that card may be jammed. So some person has to be there and she will resolve these issues, and if you want to run the next program, that person has put into the computer that punch card. So this is not easy because when in that moment only 5,000 complex calculation can do the computer, but person has to put the card in that speed. It is not easy. So that's after that they develop the operating system. As technology advanced, computer become faster than the speed at which card should be entered. Furthermore, because different computers had very memory and connected devices, programs were forced to write separate software for each specific machine. That is mean in that time, computer has various memories, various processors. So if we write some punch card, some computer, that card is not working the another computer. So we have to rewrite punch the punch card. It is difficult. Therefore, we need that kind of system. Operating system will develop according to resolve these kind of issues. The operating system was created as a solution to these that's kind of difficulties we can avoid when we create the operating system. Taking over common tasks for all programs, because in that modern era today, supercomputer can perform approximately 34 trillion calculations per second. Modern operating system activate immediately upon startup machine, hardware, distribute resources, and provide the necessary user interface. In the modern computer, for example, when we consider supercomputer, that kind of computer can perform the more than 34 trillion calculation per second. Now, it's very fast. But if we use previous early era things, that is in punch card, person can't do this speed. It is not practical. So now operating system was developed for to do these things. That is previously I told you operating system is a relationship between hardware and software, and operating system will manage resources. Right. This is the things in the operating system. These are the key features of the operating system. One is the resource management and control. Operating system can manage the resources and can control the resources. The operating system control hardware, manage resources such as RAM and printers, efficiently distributing them among various software tasks. Operating system can control the hardware like memory, RAM, printers, other hardware part can manage operating system. Other one is a common command library. Common command library means some application need some part. For example, if when we need when we doing word processing, we are using cut, paste, like that things. When we use another software, another application, that also, for example, when we use a web browser, in the web browser also we are using copy and paste things we are using. That kind of thing, common things, keep in the operating system. So that kind of common things, if we keep in the operating system, developer can easily use that things. That's why common library, operating system has a common library, common command library. That command can be used applications. Application developer don't need to develop that part. For example, if we develop some application, in that application, we want to cut something, we don't need to write the coding for that. Operating system has that function, that command. That command can be used for our application. So, operating system has a common command library. In the past, programmer wrote unique code for every hardware component. Now the operating system maintain a library of common commands for hardware like the screen and network. Is this clear? Programmersලා developersලා develop කරනකොට එයාලට සමහර ඒවා ඒ කියන්නේ නිතර අවශ්‍ය හැමෝටම අවශ්‍ය වෙන common commands ටික මේ operating system එකේ තියෙනවා. ඒකට operating system එකේ අර developerට අවශ්‍ය වෙන්නේ නැහැ ඒවා ආපහු සැරයක් අර එයාගේ codings වල ලියන්න. ඒකට ඒ developersලාට ඒක ලේසි. ඒකට ඒ පහසුව තියෙන එකේ in the operating system keep the common command library. That library can use developers. Other one is other software can borrow this code, eliminating the need to write complex hardware specific code for the every application. Should be under this. Right. Right. Because operating system has a common command library, developer can use. So developer can eliminate the unwanted coding, complex coding. They can avoid that. Developer can use the command library and use that command for his application. User interface. Beyond managing the hardware software link, the operating system provides the interface through which a user interact with the computer. The operating system will provide the user interface. User interface means user and hardware will link to the user interface. Using this user interface, user can easily perform their tasks in the computer. Other one is a system coordination. As the main program that runs when the computer is turned on, the operating system prepares the environment for the all hardware and software to function together systematically. When open the computer, that is when power on the computer, they prepare all hardware parts to use in the computer. This is the other one. These are the key functions of the operating system. And I told you this part should become to this is better. Right. Other one is I explained you earlier. Software has two kind of things. One is the system software and application software. In this image, we'll explain what are the application software and system software. In this screen, you can see in the left-hand side, all things are application software. For example, this one. You can see my moving my mouse. In this one is the Office, Microsoft Office Word application. This is the one application software. This helps to process the word. We are using word for word processing. This is the one application. Other one is the web browser. When we try to browse internet, we need the web browser. This is the another application. In right hand side, you can see another one. In this window is displaying task manager. What is the task manager? You can see in your computer in your computer, when you move to this area, this task bar, and when you click on the right button, you can see this kind of option, task manager. When you click on that, you can see this kind of window. This window will display what are the applications are running in this time. It may be application software, it may be a system software. In that moment, in this computer is working these tasks. And you can see how many percentage using in the CPU and memory and this display and network. These information you can see, for example, if you feel your computer is slow, in that moment you can use task manager and you can see what are the application is running. Sometimes unwanted application may be run in your computer. In that moment, you can click, you can select and you can end the task. You can stop the task. When you can see used CPU percentage. If you sometimes your computer may be use some application, it may be use CPU percentage very high, 70, 80, 90% may be used. In that moment, if you don't need that application, you can enter the application. That is mean you can stop the application. When you stop the application, your computer may be passed. So this is the system tool. Using this system tool, you can monitor the usage of your computer, CPU and memory, and this space also. This is the one of the that kind of system software. In this one was like that in the File Explorer, exploring the using File Explorer, you can move to your files. You can see the file usage and like thing. And other one is if you want to defrag, when you click on that and the properties, right? When you click on the right mouse, when you select your hard disk, my hard disk has 3 parts. Partition තුනක් තියෙනවා වගේ එකේ. එතකොට if you sometimes your hard disk may be full. It may be in display in the red color. If it is displaying the red color, that is mean your hard disk is most used. That is mean more percentage, 90% or more than 90%, your hard disk may be used. In that moment, you can clean. How? When you click the right mouse, first you have to select the partition, and when you click the right mouse and when you click the properties, and you can disk clean up. When you click the disk clean up, they ask temporary files. You can clean. temporary files, recycle bin, temporary files. These kind of things you can clean. And when you clean that disk, you can get the space after cleaning the hard disk. And defragment. When you go to the tools, in the tools has a optimize. When you click on the optimize, your hard disk optimize. That is mean they create space, unwanted space, they will remove and they will optimize. But other one is the defragment. Right, optimize and defragments are available in this area. When you click on optimize, you can defragment. First you have to select the relevant partition. If you want to put the 3 partition, all partition, you have to do one by one. Otherwise, you can't select simultaneously. You can select, right? When you click the control button and when you select whole partition, and you can optimize all in one time. Using this kind of tools, you can optimize your hard disk and you can increase your computer speed using these tools. These are the system tools. Right. Other one is the firmware. Firmware also software, but it inbuilt with hardware. Most of the time, firmware will written by the low-level language. That is mean when you read that code, we can't understand. It has some knowledge without low-level language knowledge. We can't understand. For example, in your remote control, I think you all have seen remote control. It may be use your TV, it may be use your AC. This kind of item has a firmware. Firmware means it that program, that software inbuilt in this instrument. We can't change. If you want to change, you can't change the coding. That is mean you can't do anything in the make ඔයාට කරන්න මොනවා හරි වැඩක් අපි දැන් TV එක on off කරන්න තියෙනවා කියමුකෝ on off කරන්න channel මාරු කරන්න ඒකනේ තියෙන්නේ. එතකොට ඒ වැඩේ විතරයි මේකෙන් කරන්න පුළුවන්. You can't do another things. You can't then, for example, in the computer, if you want to do something, for example, if you want to edit PDF file, you can install the PDF editor and you can edit. But in this kind of things, you can't do like that things. If we give some things to do, that thing you can do, but you can't improve or you can change the things ඒක කරන්න දීලා තියෙන වැඩ ටික අරෙන්න වෙන වැඩ කරගන්න ඒක වෙනස් කරන්න බෑ. Firmware available in remote controller and this kind of cards you can insert in the TV card, sound card in your computer. That kind of card also available firmware. And in your washing machine. If you have a fully automatic washing machine, in that washing machine also have a firmware. It's written by identify the water level using the sensors and timing, that kind of thing can do. That the instruction are given by the firmware. නේද? එතකොට washing machine එකේ අපි time එක set කරනවා, water level set කරනවා. එතකොට ඒවා ඔක්කොම මේ program එක ඇතුලේ තමයි ලියලා තියෙන්නේ. එතකොට ඒ sensors වලින් identify කරගෙන ඒ program එකට එයා එව්ව ගමන් signal එක එයා ඊට පස්සේ water එක level එක පිරෙන ගමන් එයා ඊළඟට මොකද කරන්නේ? අර මෝටරේ වැඩ කළා ඒක හොදන්න පටන් ගන්නවා. ඊට පස්සේ ඒ ටයිම් එක තියනවා මෙච්චර වෙලාවක් කියලා. ඒ ටයිම් එක උන ගමන් ඊට පස්සේ යා ඉන්ස්ට්‍රක්ෂන් දෙනවා වතුර එළියට දාන සෙන්සර් එකට ඒක අරින්න කියලා. ඒක එළියට. That kind of instructions are written in the hardware. Hardware එකේ තමයි ඒ instruction ටික ලියලා තියෙන්නේ. We can't modify, we can't change the things. Firmware are available in the come with the hardware. Hardware එක තමයි මේක හැම වෙලේම තියෙන්නේ. This is the basic operation in the computer. Normally, we are putting the data and instruction to the computer. Processor will process the instruction and data, and according to our instruction, they give the output into the screen or printer or any output device, and it keep the data in the memory. It may be a temporary memory or permanent memory. It may be a temporary mean RAM. It keep the RAM. If we need to use that information in future, it keep in the hard disk, and we can take a future that information. This is the normal computer. Other thing is this may be useful for you because you have some idea about the document sizes, because it very helpful, because that thing, if you want to keep some documents, but you have some idea which kind of device for using that. For example, if you have some Word documents, it may be your personal document, or your CV, your birth certificate, your passport, your marriage certificate, that kind of digital document may with you. You have to keep that files in separate device. In that moment, you need the capacity, that is mean storage, which kind of space you need to store that files. So this is very important to get that idea. For example, in text message, or when you send the email or SMS, normally use approximately 8 byte. And when you use 1 byte or 8 byte, we can measure in bytes. Byte is the smallest one, like gram, kilogram. When we consider the gram is the smallest one, kilogram is the that kind of 100 times greater than the gram. Sorry, 1,000 times the greater than the grams. Likewise, byte is the small one, so it takes very small space for the store SMS or text. When you have a Word document, it takes kilobytes. It make 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 like that, kilobytes. It's not the megabytes. It's less than 1,000 kilobytes. And if you have a digital photo, it's take megabytes. That is mean more than 1,000 kilobytes take photos. Normally, you can save the data in the DVD in gigabyte. That is mean more than 1,000 megabytes. Document you can keep DVD. Normally, DVD has a 7 or 8 GB maximum. You can keep the DVD. And hard disk, you can keep terabyte. Some hard disk has 500 GB, 1 TB terabyte, 2 TB terabyte, like that. Hard disks are available. You can keep data into the hard disk according to your hard disk capacity. All hard disks not greater than 1 terabyte. But most of the hard disk capacity is greater than the 1 GB, more than 1 GB. Every and each hard disk capacity greater than 1 GB. Most of the hard disk has a 1 TB or 500 GB terabytes. Some SSD hard disk, because I told you SSD hard disk price is greater than the normal traditional hard disk. So SSD are available 256, 256 GB, 128 GB also available in the SSD hard disk. And gigabytes hard disk also available. These kind of hard disks are using in the data centers. Yeah, data centers has huge data. So in that place, in the cloud, they are using this kind of hard disk. So you have some idea about these things. That is mean, what are the SMS and text message take space, and the Word document take space, and photos take which kind of which amount of space take. Like this information you have to know. Right. Before moving these, let's see very small video. It will explain how operating system will work, and you can get some idea about the operating system. Now let's see that video. In this video, will explain how to operating system is working. Right, now let's see how operating system is work. Sorry, previous I talked my mic in mute and talk. So in previous video, it's explained, shows how the operating system is working. Right. Before moving this thing, do you have any questions or clarifications? Are they clear? කතා කරපුවා පැහැදිලිද මොනවා හරි තියනවද ගැටලුව අහන්න? Are you there? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. Thank you, Buddha. Right. I will send the link through chatting. Using this link, you can get my presentation. All document I will upload this location. When you move to this link, you can download today presentation and other presentation also. I will upload this folder. You can get it that presentation. Right. ඒ link එකෙන් ඔයාලට මගේ presentation ටික ගන්න පුළුවන්. මම ඉතුරු ඒවත් මම එතනට upload කරන්න කරන එක මේවා ටික. Right. Right. We are talking about the computer facilities. When we are providing the computer facilities, we need hardware. Without hardware, we can't provide the computer facilities. And we need software because without software, we can't perform the hardware. So we need software. And we need network because without network, some facility we can't give. So we need the network also. And we need the information because we are providing, if we provide information, we need information. Without information, we can't provide the facility. Other one is the people. Without the people, we can't do anything. Therefore, we need the people. And we need operating procedures also. For example, if you have a computers, if you have a software, and if you have a network, if you have information, and if you have people, but if you haven't operating procedures, sometimes we can't give best service. That is mean sometimes we have to face some difficulties without the without operating procedures. For example, if you have some information, we think we consider some company. In the company, if we have a company, it has the information. Each people working in the company, they need information. But some information need some level. Other information can need another level. But this kind of, this level information not be need this level. For example, if we take Food City, you may see in the counter people need only, they are doing only when we bring some goods into the counter. Counter people scan each and every item and she prepared a bill and it has a total amount. We pay that amount and will buy this amount. But when we create this bill, for example, some item, when enter the system, but if we feel that one is not need to me, we can request remove that one. But that person, counter person, can't remove this one. They ring the bell and he or she call another person. And that person come to the counter and she will remove that one. That person can't. That is mean that a counter person can create the bill, but he or she can't modify the bill. Modify permission is available for another level. So, in the information can access in different level. Some information can access some level. This example, in the counter person can add item and create the bill, but they can't remove the item. It can do another level. So, in the when we are providing computer facilities, operating procedures is very important because without operating procedures, we can provide we are going to provide the computer facility. We have to face difficulties. For example, when allowed to edit the bill to this person, sometimes this food city may be faced to some difficulties. So that kind of thing can ignore when we put in this kind of limitation. Therefore, in the operating procedures mean we are providing some document which information can be accessed, which kind of people, which kind of group, and hardware, which kind of hardware can be accessed, which kind of software can be accessed, which network facility can be used, which person. That kind of things are clearly written down in the document. This is the operating procedure. And we will perform the task according to the operating procedure. Without operating procedure, for example, who enter the data, we have to mention. So, if there is some data entry errors, we can easily find the person because not the given some punish. When someone putting the data, for example, in the library, when we put in the data into the library management system, all metadata, that is mean author, title, ISBN, publisher, like that information we are enter into the library management system. In the library, people are entering the data. Not all person, if one group or one person or two person maybe enter the data. So if there is some error in the record, we can, if we, it may be a mistake, sometimes it may be a mistake, we can correct that, but each and every record has that error, but it is not a mistake, it may be error, it may be a unawareness things. So we have to correct that error. So we can easily identify the person to doing this wrong thing. So that is very helpful to identify the person. So we need that kind of procedures. Who enter the data and who each and every person can access which level of the system. With system as a operational levels, we can assign the levels. But one person can, for example, like this. If this person can access whole functions, it may be a some generate if maybe some issue, because if we allow to edit this thing, he or she can edit anything, no? We can't control that. So if we limit to the edit, we can control the editing part. That is mean we can avoid the future issues when we do that kind of things. So procedures is very important. So we need procedures when we provide the facility. Other one is the environment. That is mean if we need keep computers in the tables, we need the tables, and we want to sit the chairs, we need the chairs, and we need electricity and internet connection. That are the environmental facility. That facility also available. Combine these things, we can provide the good computer facility. Without that, we can't provide the computer facility. Therefore, we need this kind of things to provide computer facilities. We can provide the computer facility as centralized facility or decentralized facility or distributed facility. Now let's see what is the centralized facility mean. These are located at the single center, physical site or data center. In this model, a single main computer or server perform all major tasks such as data processing, information storage, and decision making. Centralized facility mean we can provide the like this in the library. In library has e-books. We can put these e-books into the computer, this e-book into this computer, and user can access this one. This is the centralized, because this is available only this area. We can easily manage. If e-books not allowed to copy, we can monitor. Users are user behavior can monitor. So we can limit, we can prevent the copying ebooks. User can only read the ebooks from this computer. මෙතන ලයිබ්‍රරි එකේ කම්පියුටර් එකක් දාලා අපිට මේ ලයිබ්‍රරි එක ඇතුලේ ඒ e-books ටික මේකේ දාලා තියෙනවා. එතකොට දැන් මේක අපිට සර්විස් එක දෙන්න පුළුවන් users ලා මෙතනින් e-books ටික බලන්න. මේක බලනකොට අපිට මේ කවුරු හරි copy කරගෙන යයිද ඒව කියන එක limit කරන්න control කරන්න පුළුවන්. අපිට මෙතන monitor කරන්න පුළුවන්. This kind of facility is the centralized facility. Advantage is we can easily manage. Management part is very easy because we can remove the putting pen drive and other things into the this computer, and we can't remove the network connection from this, because if someone can uh, send this document through network, that kind of we can avoid when you remove from the network this computer. If it's keep alone this computer, user can only read the document from the computer screen, but they can't use the pen drive. That kind of thing we can limit. So we can easily manage. In the second one, decentralized facility. Decentralized mean this facility we can provide like this, not only one computer. For example, if this library has a branch library, in previously that one is available in the main library. In the branch library, also we can put that kind of thing. In the you can keep in the branch A, branch B, this one in the main library. This branch also we can put the computer. This branch also we can put the computer, and we can distribute. That is mean that ebook can access in the main library, in the branch A, in the branch B also. We can limit the access like this in the main library. They can't copy this one or this library also. Users can't copy the materials. Now, users don't come to the main library. Users can access their branch library using their branch library, and they can. This is the decentralized facility. These locate computing resources, both hardware and software, geographically where the users are. Where the users are, all facilities are facilitated from their location. Each individual workstation or office location operate independently. But in this location operate under this location operate by according to these rules. This location will operate by according to their rules. Often without the central authority. Sometimes they are not obey in the central main library rules. They can follow their own rules. So main authority can't control these locations. Decentralized mean like this. Let's see the features later. Other one is the distributed facility. Distributed facility mean represent the current trend. Now we are providing most of the services in the distributed as a distributed facility. Distributed facility is the combining these two using centralized facility and decentralized facility. Both features getting together and provide the service. This is the distributed facility. These present the current trend in the computing and are combination where some part of the system are centrally located while other components are distributed across different network computers. They functions as collaborative team appearing as a single unified system to user. Distributed means combining these two. The centralized mean provide the service in the one place. Decentralized mean that service distributed geographically another location. Sometimes that location can't control by the one place. They have own rules, that is mean independent locations. In the distributed facility, mean using these two. For example, a network server is typically centrally located to manage shared resources. For example, like this, if you have a system, if we consider the library management system, that system put into the server, and user will connect to the server through network. These are the client machines. System is run in this server, in the centrally run. If switch off this system, they can't work. That's why tell you this is the centralized system. System is centralized, but workstation is decentralized. Users can work anywhere if it is connecting to the internet or VPN. User can access the system anywhere in the world. It's not limit into the one location. In the workstation is distributed. That is mean decentralized. But system is centralized. That's why I tell you these percent the current trend. Distributed facility is the current trend. That's why I mentioned here. Most of the facilities in the now we are providing like distributed facility. Some are provide the centralized, some are provide the decentralized. Combining these two, most of the services are providing in the world. According to this library management system, is running in the one server, that is the centralized service. Centralized service means that system can manage from here. They can't manage this one. We can upgrade. If we want to upgrade the system, we can upgrade this system only. We don't need to upgrade this one. But in this example, in the ebook example, if you add some new book, another 3 ebooks into this computer, this 3 has to add this machine and this machine also. That is mean we have to synchronize. If we connect these 3, when we add something, it's maybe automatically or manually, you can update this collection also. You have to update this collection also. It is maybe difficult because this is central and because when we add this one, again we have to add the materials to this one, and we have to add to this machine to again. In the decentralized if facility is decentralized. But the centralized, if you want to upgrade the system, you can upgrade only one. You don't need to update another parts. When we update this one, whole system will update. But in the real world, data storing in the data centers, for example, when we consider the Google, Google servers are located in not in one place. in the world, their servers are located various places. That is mean these servers is distributed. And these are the identical when our data, for example, we take Gmail. When we use Gmail using this server, if fail this server, this server automatically I direct into the another server and I can use, but I didn't feel the movement. හරිද? මෙතන ෆේල් මේ සර්වර් එක ෆේල් වුණාට ෆේල් වුණ එක මට දැනෙන්නෙත් නැතුව ඒ සිස්ටම් එකෙන් එයා මාව ඩිරෙක්ට් කරනවා another server එකට මට මේක ඉඳලා වැඩ කරන්න. I don't know I am working which server. I have no idea. I am working here. Their system will automatically direct. That is mean they are distributed their data more than one places and automatically these data are synchronizing. That is mean this data identical for this data and this data. Each and every location data is identical. මේකේ තියෙන data ටික ඔක්කොම මේකෙත් තියෙනවා මේකෙත් තියෙනවා මේ අනිත් centers තව තියෙනවා නම් ඒ හැම එකේම මේ data identical distributed. හැබැයි මේක ටිකක් cost wise. I will talk about that later. But real time, that kind of systems are using this method because if fail some location, we can immediately get some solution for that. If fail this machine, we can remove this machine and we can install another machine, but user didn't feel that changes because when fail, they will work from here. In that time, we can resolve the issue without feeling the user. User දැනෙන්නේ නැති වෙන්නේ ඒ දේවල් ඒ maintenance කරන්න පුළුවන් මේ setup එක. එතකොට when we consider this one library management system, in the system is running in the centralized, in the one server, but users are working various places. Working places are decentralized. library management system එක ගත්තොත් එතකොට මේ system එකේ අපි වැඩ කරන එක ගත්තයින් පස්සේ decentralize කරලා තියෙන වැඩ කරන එක system එක run වෙන එක centralized. එතකොට මේ distributed එකක් විදියට තමයි මේ තියෙන්නේ. Not only that, in the when you are using Gmail or any email service, you maybe use email from your computer. Other one can use email from their laptop or tab or mobile. System will run in the centrally, in the email system is centralized centrally. Users are decentralized. Service is taken in the decentralized. This also distributed facility. Yeah, in the like Gmail, they are this also distributed, not only distributing one server, this one distributed another server like this. Gmail එක ගත්තොත් Gmail එක එතකොට එක server එකක විතරක් නෙමෙයි run වෙන්නේ. යාළුවගේ මේ හදිසි මේක fail වුණොත් මේකෙන් service එක දෙන්න තව servers මේ වගේ distributed කරලා තියෙනවා. Is this clear? What is the centralized facility? What is the decentralized facility and distributed facility? Is this clear? Right, let's see what are the advantage and disadvantage in these three methods. With the first one, centralize. Cons, that is mean advantage is all resources are in the one place. So control, maintenance and security are easy because all components are available in one place. In the library management system. System is installed in this server. If you want to upgrade, you can upgrade. Only one place. It is very easy. Controlling, maintenance, and security. If requests unwanted request, we can block that request because all requests come from this location. We have to monitor only this location. So we can easily manage. That is the advantage. Other one, if the main system fail, the entire network is down. If fail this server, client can't work. Client workstation can't use the system. That is the disadvantage. In the second one, decentralized. What is the advantage? A problem in one place does not affect the entire system. Data is located close to the user. If fail some location, it's not, for example, Gmail servers. If some server, these three servers are linked and always updating all three servers are synchronizing. If update this one also update, this one also update. This is the decentralized. If fail this one, not effect to the user. Other one is user data centers is close to the user. The previous one in the library, branch library things. This is the main library. Branch A, branch B. In the user can access he easily access location. Close to the user. Data is located close to the user. So user can easily access. And other thing is, if fail someone, not affect to the server. If this machine is not working, user can move to this location or this location. And they can do their works using another location. Disadvantage is control and data management are complex and can be expensive. This may be complex because when update this one, we have to update this also. This also. Controlling is difficult. Other one is if we put some rules, that rules can't be implemented into the displays or displays. Controlling is difficult. But centralized, we can control easily. Controlling is difficult. Other one is a complex. Complex means if you update this one, you have to update this one, you have to update this one. If you do manually, it takes time. If you synchronize these three, you have to monitor the synchronize is working. That is when if you put the automatically update, for example, sometimes you maybe use OneDrive. When you put some data in your computer and when you synchronize the OneDrive, when you put some data in your computer in your folder, your OneDrive will update simultaneously. That kind of thing are applied to are using the decentralized system, but we have to monitor and we have to invest. We have to invest more than centralized. Uh, uh, when we consider this one in the centralized, we need only one computer. But when we distributed, we need another two machines. That means we have to pay more. We have to uh, uh, expend more than centralized facility. These are the disadvantage. And the distributed, when we consider the centralized one, that these advantages are available in the distributed, because distributed mean centralized and decentralized, combination of the centralized and decentralized method. So if there is some advantage, distributed method has that advantage. And if it has some disadvantage, this also available in the distributor. So these advantage and disadvantage can talk about the distributed method. Highly efficiency and reliable, both centralized and decentralized approach can be used. The system is very complex to the create and maintain. This is the advantage and disadvantage. Right. This is the summary of the centralized and decentralized distributed system. When we consider the controlling, in the centralized system, highly controlled. In the decentralized, it may be not, we can't control highly. In the distributed also, we can't control highly. That is mean, when we move to this end to this end, controlling will be reduced. In the left-hand side, centralized, we have highly control. In the distributed, a controlling part is less. In the fault tolerance, that is mean if any fault, in the centralized system, low. If the central system fail, the entire system fail. Single point of failure. But distributed, decentralized system, failure of the one node not completely stop the system. Moderate. In the distributed, high use redundancy, so failure do not significantly affect the system. That is when fault tolerance when increased, when moved to the left to right. Other one is the scalability. In the centralized system, difficult to scale as the demand increase. That is mean if you want to, when demand increase, our service sometimes we can't increase. For example, like this. If you provide the e-books in the one machine, when users, because in one time can access one person, this machine can't use simultaneously more than one. Only one person can access the system. I think එක්කෙනෙක් බලන්න නැහැ පස්සම අනිත් කෙනාට බලන්න. ඉතින් අපි මෙතන ඉන්න users ලා ප්‍රමාණය එන්න වෙඩි වුණොත් අපිට මේකේ waiting time එක වැඩි වෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ service එක වැඩි කරන්න නම් අපිට මේකේ තව කම්පියුටරයක් වැඩි කරන්න. So scalability may be limit. We can't increase in the when we consider the library management system also like that. When connect 3 people, so 4 people, system will work smoothly. When we increase the users, system performance will be reduced. Speed will be reduced. So we have to increase the machine capacity according to your demand. Scalability is limited. Sometimes we can't increase because this machine motherboard not support to increase the CPU, increase the memory. In that moment, our service may be limited. We can't increase. We have to replace the new one. But decentralized can add more nodes to improve the capacity, like this. In the distributor, it is not enough one. We can add another compute. User can divide into 3 groups and we can assign the service. Sorry, we can give the service increasing the point. In the distributed one can scale horizontally by adding the more nodes easily. Distributed method, we can add, for example, Google server. Now they have only 3 locations. If we feel when users are increased and system will slow, in that moment they can increase the another nodes and increase the performance. Very easy. So scalability is increasing from centralized to distributed. Other one is a communication. Communication happen through the central system, that is when easily communicate. Not communication with each other. Not communicate can be each other. මේ පැත්තෙන් මේටයි, මේ පැත්තෙන් මේටයි. මේගොල්ලන්ට communicate කරනවා. Not communicate direct within the other in the distributed manner. Distributed එකෙත් can communicate easily. Other one, resource management. Resource are managed central by the one system. That is when we can manage easily. In the decentralized, resources are managed by the multiple nodes. Resources managed by the not only one location, more than one location manage the resources. So in the distributed system, resources are shared and managed across all the nodes in the system. All nodes on the system. That is mean resource management is in the centralized like this, decentralized and distributed like this. These are the summary of these 3 methods when we consider the controlling, fault tolerance, scalability, complexity, and communication and resource management. These are the things in these 3 methods. These are the problems we have to face managing these facility. It may be centralized, it may be decentralized, it may be distributed. According to the given service, we have to face this kind of issues. One is the single point of failure. If it is centralized, it is highly affected, because centralized, if the center is failed, entire facility will be failed. So, one is the single point of failure. If it is decentralized, it is not affected more, but we have to recover the point place. If one point fail, we have to recover. In the centralized system, if the central server fail, the entire system can stop functioning, cause major disruption in the point of fail. Scalability challenges: as some system grows, handling increase demand become difficult, and the central system can become a bottleneck, reducing overall performance. Scalability challenges we have to face, because according to the demand, when we increase the demand, we have to increase the resources. It may be a problem to we have to resolve that problem, because some system we can increase. For example, in the centralized system, I told you earlier, if you want to increase the machine performance, increasing the RAM or processor, we can increase, but some not support for that. In that moment, we have to face that kind of challenges. Other one is a complexity of the management, managing the large number of nodes. If it is distributed, we have a large number of nodes. We have to maintain each and every nodes. It may be difficult. We have to assign more people to each center. Sometimes we have not fund for that. We have to face that kind of issues. Within the system, become increasing the complex and difficult to the coordination efficiency. Other one is the coordination may be difficult, because when we located in the worldwide, communicate each and every nodes, it's not easy. Other one is a data synchronizing and consistency. When we distributed, we have to synchronize the data. That is, when update some location, other location has to be updated. When we update the data consistency should be maintained. So we have to recheck data consistency is okay or not. If not okay, we have to address that things. Maintain consistent and synchronized data across the different part of the system is challenging and require careful management, because if it is not synchronized or not consist, sometimes we have to face some issues. Other one is a network latency and reliability. Network latency and reliability issue may be system performance can be affected by the network delays and unreliable connection, leading to slow response time and potential failure. That is also very important, because latency issue. For example, when in the network, when you put some command, if it takes some time to perform that, when you give another command, sometimes not perform. So network latency and reliability should be very accurate. Otherwise, with a given facility maybe provide unnecessary troubles. Other one is the security risk. If it is centralized, we can secure easily. But when we distributed, unwanted access, the vulnerability attacks may be affected into the system. We have to face that things because according to the vulnerability attacks, our data may be corrupt, our data may be lost. So we have to address the security issues. We have to aware the security issues. We have to address the any security issues. Other one is a cost, high cost. Setting up the maintaining infrastructure, including servers and related resources, can be expensive. Therefore, we have to face the cost also. Other one is a maintenance difficulties. Performing maintenance on the system can lead to downtime, affecting availability and the user access. That is, if we are doing some maintenance tasks, downtime should be very low. If it is take long time, sometimes our facility we can't provide to the user. So always we have to consider the minimum downtime. It is when doing the maintenance, it may be a problem keeping the downtime also. So when we are using the distributed system, sometimes we can keep zero time downtime because one node can upgrade. After that, another node can upgrade. Likewise, we can upgrade the system without feeling the user. These are the issues facing to the managing the computer facilities. Right. Today, I talk about computing facilities. First, I explain when we are providing the computer facility, we need computers. So we are using computers. We need hardware and software. After that, we are talking what are the hardware, software. And after that, we talk about the method of providing the facility, mainly three model. One is the centralized model, other one is the distributed model and decentralized and distributed model. Right. Right. Are they clear? Up to now, I explained that things. Do you have anything to ask about these things? කතා කරපු මේ සම්බන්ධව මොනවා හරි අහන්න තියෙනවද?
Recording stopped.
කතා කරපු ඒවා සම්බන්ධව මොනවා හරි තියෙනවද අහන්න? Are they clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. Thank you. Right. If you haven't anything to ask, today I will stop the session. Very soon I'm going to wind up the session. If you want to ask anything, anytime you can ask. And if you want to give, that is mean when I am conducting the lectures in very fast or slow, please let me to inform, because I can adjust according to your requirement. If not, this level is I will maintain this level. If you haven't any comments from you, if you haven't any questions, now I'll wind up the session. My presentation you can download given link. When you go to that link is in the chat area. Using that link you can download the presentation. Okay. Thank you very much and have a nice day. I will stop the session.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, Puta.